In this video, I'm going to show you the exact multi-step system we use to scrape qualified leads from Google Maps. It's the same system that helped my clients book hundreds of calls and generate hundreds of thousands of dollars in revenue. Now, just a quick warning for you. This isn't just some one-click or plug-and-play strategy. It's a little bit advanced, but it works. And if you want to build lead lists that actually turned into booked appointments and revenue, this is the system that you need. And make sure you stick around till the end of the video because I'll even give away this entire system for free. Let's get right into it. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is how I scrape qualified local leads with Google Maps. You see, in this video, I'm going to show you how we use AI to, one, scrape local businesses from Google Maps, two, verify and clean every single email, three, filter for only the perfect ICP so you don't waste time speaking to unqualified prospects. Four, enrich the leads with competitors and what services they provide. And then finally, five, personalize the cold outreach messages that books calls and closes deals. So let's get right into it. Here's the tools that you're gonna need. We're gonna use outscraper.com to scrape leads directly from Google Maps. We're gonna use Dbounce to verify the emails. We're gonna use Clay and OpenAI to enrich it with AI and score the leads. And then we're gonna use Smart Lead to send out the emails and book calls in your sales teams or your calendar. So let's get right into it, right? Now there's a few things that I want you to know before we even start. Number one, info at and contact at emails are okay to send out emails to. So there's a big misconception, especially people who've done cold calling, that like, oh, if I email info at emails or contact at emails, I'm gonna end up with a gatekeeper. Now, yes, this is true, but what we found using the system, it's literally booked us over 300 to 400 calls this year alone. But what we found is that the business owners actually end up hopping on the call, actually end up replying and hopping on the call with you. Because you have to think about it like this. They are a small business that have maybe around 10, 7, 15 employees. They're still going to read the info at and contact at emails. It somehow ends up in their inbox. If it doesn't, you can pretty much have a call with the gatekeeper, but there's a way to do it to where you still get the business owner on the call, which I'll get into later. So info at and business and contact at emails are okay. The second thing is you want to actually pitch a phone call first and not a Zoom call. So you have to think, for most of you, I'm assuming most of you are targeting these home service companies like roofers, plumbers, HVAC, whatever it may be. These guys are really old school and they're going to honestly prefer a phone call rather than Zoom, just straight up. They've been in the game for maybe 10, 15, 20 years. They're not really tech savvy, right? And so for a lot of you who are maybe even selling stuff like AI solutions to them, they're going to be like, oh, I don't want to hop on a Zoom. I'm an old school guy. Let's get on a phone call. And that's fair play because that might actually work better for them. And so you don't want to pitch a phone call, or you don't want to pitch a Zoom call in the first call. You want to actually pitch you don't want to pitch a Zoom call. You want to pitch a phone call because it'll end up helping you out even more. Third thing, you want to keep your emails plain text. Don't use any links or HTML. Again, this is a major thing I see a lot of people make a mistake with, where they keep it. They add like all these crazy links, maybe some HTML and some crazy images in there, but you don't want that. No images, only make a text. And then finally, like I said in the second point, you're going to run a 2-call close on this. One is ideally maybe a 10, 15-minute phone call to qualify them. And then two is a Zoom or Google Meet to pretty much demo whatever you're selling or present the offer. Again, the demo call in this case, especially, again, if you're selling AI solutions, it's going to be super, super well. And the way you can do this is you can pretty much pitch in the first phone call. You can qualify them, you can see how they are, and then if they end up actually being qualified and you think you can work with them, then definitely get them on a Zoom call. And by the way, the second thing, and the reason why you want to do this is because if the I guess you could say the gatekeeper does reply, you can still be like, hey, look, I can thank you for all the information, like at the end of the first call, thank you for all the information. I can actually put together a proposal for you and the doctor, or you and the boss, or whoever your boss. Let's all get on a call and I can show you how this works with this time or this time work. So that's another way you can get around the gatekeeper, which again, it's another reason why I love cold email so much rather than cold calling. So let's actually get into list building, right? So what you want to do is you want to go to outscripper.com and you want to input, or you basically want to think like this. What would my ideal client type type into Google? Or like, what would they be ranked as, essentially? Not necessarily typed into Google, what would they be ranked as? So for example, if they're a roofer, they're, if people are searching for roofers and they're a roofing company, people are gonna look for a roofing contractor, roofer, roof repair, roof replacement, roof installation. All of these are like pretty much the pain points, or not the pain points, the search terms that people would use, right? So if you're in the SEO game, these are obviously obvious to you, but to some other people, this might take a little bit of getting used to, or just thinking and brainstorming. What would my ICP actually use? Another example could be dental clinics. Dental practice, dental clinic, dentist, orthodontist, braces, Invisalign. I hope I'm getting like your brain going, because these are just ways you could do this. Then obviously you want to put in the cities, right? And I actually you don't want to do this right here. I'm gonna get rid of this, but you want to treat, like I said, this like a keyword research, right? The closer your query matches what they rank for, the better the data. So again, the more information you can give, and if you really know your ICP, the better you can get. If you don't know, ask GPT. So you want to go to outscraper.com and you want to select Google Maps and Contact Scraper, upload your search term, choose your target locations, and you want to set the output fields like these, right? So let me show you exactly how you want to do this for specifically roofing. Alrighty, so we're getting on to outscraper.com, press login. Again, all of this is in the guide itself, which I'll get to later, but you want to get into outscraper.com and you want to click on, give it a second, I don't know why it's taking a while, services, by brand, not by brand, by type, businesses POI, Google Maps data scraper. And now you're here. So again, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take these right here, copy these, for let's say it's roofing, just paste it, boom. Just like that, you have all the keywords you need. And again, you can just ask GPT for this. But again, if you depend, I'll start from scratch. But pretty much, let's say you're doing dentist, right? So if you put dentist, boom, that matches. Dental clinic, boom. Pediatric dentist, boom. All that. There's a cosmetic dentist right here. And then again, I've done this so many times, so it's like second nature to me, because I've done this for so many niches, and so it's like so easy for me to do this. But again, you need to really brainstorm and figure out what keywords your ideal audience ranks for. Then once you've done that, you want to come down here and you want to click on the location, right? Now location, obviously for most of you, you're probably going to either want to go local to your city just to start, or you want to do something along the lines of the big cities, the New York City, LA, Miami, Chicago, San Francisco, that type of stuff, right? But again, it really depends on your ICP. Again, I've done this so many times, I have very specific knowledge. So if, let's say we're going after roofers, I know that Dallas and Fort Worth is like one of the best markets for roofers, so I'm going to put in Dallas and Fort Worth. So it really depends on your ICP. Again, do your research, really think this through, and then you'll be able to come up with something good. Then you want to click on one of these packages down here. You want to click on the cold email package, that is. And once you're done with that, go down to advanced parameters. And depending on your ICP, you obviously, if you're selling something high ticket, you obviously want to go after companies who have a website, right? Like that's obvious, but sometimes you'd be surprised. These Google Maps, these small mom and pop stores, they might not have a website, unless that's that's the play you want to do, which is, let's say you want to go after companies who don't have a website and you're pitching websites, go after companies that don't have a website. That's a fantastic play to use. But yeah, you can just put, for most people, put only with the website, put verified, and you just want to press on get data, and you should be good to go. So once you have this data from Outscraper, what you then want to do is upload these lead lists, right? And the reason why you want to upload this lead list is because only 60 to 70% of the lead list you scrape, even if it's from Apollo or even something like Outscraper, is valid. So you don't want to send the other like 40%, because it will hurt your reputation. You'll end up in spam. So let me show you how you can fix this, so you can remove invalids. So we're going to use a tool called dbounce. Go to dbounce.com. I'm not sponsored, but go to dbounce.com. You're going to log in here. I just leaked my email, but it's okay. And then once you log in, you're going to click on bulk validation, and you pretty much want to upload your lead list that you got from Outscraper into dbounce. And so once you've uploaded the lead list, you'll end up with something like this, right? It says 2,000 emails are valid, 837 are accept all, 199 are invalid. And all you want to do is press download report and only download the deliverable ones. That way you only send the valid emails. So that's how you scrape valid emails. So next, what you want to do is you want to filter with Clay. And let me show you how this works inside of a Clay table. Alrighty, so once you are in clay.com, what you want to do is you want to open up the, you want to log in, make an account, whatever it is, and then open up, actually I'll just start this from scratch, not ChatGPT, I'll start this from scratch, but you want to open up a clay table, pretty much. For some reason it's not showing, so you want to log in here, and you want to be, give it a second here, might take some time. You want to click on new, and you're going to click on workbook, and then click right here to import from CSV, and you're going to upload that file that you just cleaned from Debounce into Clay. Once you have it on here, you'll be met with this entire thing, and this workflow that we're going to have is first we're going to filter if they are ICP or not, right? So again, these databases don't always have the most accurate data. For example, when we went after we went after, I believe it was real estate developers for a client, right? And what ended up happening was that real estate developers were categorized under many different industries on Apollo and even on something like Outscraper. They would be categorized under something like real estate, commercial real estate, construction, architecture. So there's like all these different, so technically, yes, they fall under that, but when you think of construction, you think of construction companies. When you think of architecture, you think of something else, right? You don't really think of the real estate development as like an architecture company. Technically, yes, but not really, right? So this workflow right here is designed to pretty much make it so you only reach out to your ICP. So what you want to do is, let's say I'm staying with a roofing. We want people who are in an exact niche, not general contractors, right? When we want roofers. So let's say we're taking the roofing example. You're going to prompt Clay like this, and you're going to be like, in one sentence, describe what this company does. Then rate from 1 to 10 on how likely it is that this company is a roofing company, not a general contractor. Return only the score. If it's something like 8 and above, keep it. If it's something like 7 and below, leave it, right? This literally filters out unqualified businesses so that you're only reaching out to true ICPs. And it isn't limited to just that. Like you can be like, score a lead on 1 to 10 on how likely it is that they have 100 reviews or 200 reviews, or maybe if you're going after doctors or like a medical niche, score a lead on how likely it is that they have multiple locations or multiple doctors, or maybe an office manager, or whatever it may be, or like maybe like a high ticket thing in score a med spa on how likely it is that they offer Botox services. Because again, this is all general knowledge that I've acquired because we ran so many campaigns for these local businesses. But like for med spas, let's say, they, some of them, they offer like waxing and facials. The other of them offer Botox. And maybe you only want the Botox client, right? So it's like, why not go for the big bucks? Like, but when you scrape it on Outscraper, it's going to come back as like, this Botox clinic and this waxing clinic are the same, but one costs like $60, the other one costs like $2,000. So it's a great way to do this. So pretty much here's what I did. Here's an example of this. I uploaded a lead list from Outscraper, and this is like physical therapy clinics. And what I have told Clay here to do, or Clay Gym, which is Clay's native agent, basically, is pretty much the same thing. Using the domain of this company, give me a rating on how likely they fit this description. Physical therapy clinics, 10 meaning they fit the description perfectly, and 1 meaning they're nowhere close to fitting. Only output me to score. Do as much research as you can about the company and analyze SEO tags, social media posts, blog posts. So again, you can get super specific. And so with this, look, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 9, 9, 9, but then you get something like this with this 4. So obviously that's not ICP. So click on it, and it says, the research indicates that the Perform Better is primarily involved in fitness and performance services rather than traditional physical therapy. While they may offer related services, the overall focus appears to be on performance enhancement and fitness rather than rehab. So boom. So what you can do is you can go to here. Okay, they're not my ICP. Go here. Boom. Delete. And they're done. Another way you can do this is you can go by filter, add filter, go to rating, and then you can just be like contains 1, or let's say it contains 4, and then you can just delete all the 4. So you can do 1, 2, 3, 4, and it'll just delete the whole thing. Again, I really want to emphasize this. Like this will make it so that your campaign is smaller, but literally every single person you reach to will be ICP. It's so good. So once you've done that, once you've filtered out for what we're now going to get into now is offer and copywriting strategy. So now that you have a clean and verified lead list, niche specific list. It's now time to personalize your message. So you'll hear all the time about AI personalization, cold email personalization. Here's how you properly do it without saying stupid shit like, oh, congrats on, I saw your social media post about your son scoring a goal in the game. Like, you're not going to give a fuck about that. Here's the way you can do this. Number one is competition. Use their local rivals. So every small business owner knows this competition, and they want to beat them. Like deep down, they're like, okay, we also do dental clinic services. They also do dental clinic services. I want to beat that guy because that's just how it is. So what we'll do is we'll use Clay to pull 2 local competition for each businesses. And the prompt, and I'll show you later, but the prompt is pretty much find 2 local competition, return their names as competitor 1 and competitor 2, right? So if you go all the way right here, and again, this is all in the document that I'm going to share with you, competitor, pretty much we said using this company's website, find me this company's competition in their city, in their state. Simply output the competitor's name and give me the 2 most likely competitions. And so it outputted this is a physical therapy competition, Body One select physical therapy as a competition, Wildflower physical therapy, Milestone physical, like it, and it does this for every single one, and it's personalized for every single one. So I'm sure you're starting to see how powerful this is. And to top it all off, man, this literally cost us, let's see how much it cost us. This cost us less than a cent for each single competition, 0.003 cents for this. It's so cheap and it's so good, and I really urge all of you to use this because it's so good. And so pretty much how you can do this in your line or say something like this in a line, what you want to do is you can be like, hey, name competitor 1 and competitor 2 look like the top choices for physical therapy in Austin. We can help you beat them and win more local jobs. Right? Obviously, you don't have to say like they appear number 1 on Google, or unless you're selling an SEO offer. You could just say, oh, these guys look like they are the top competition, and we can help you beat them. And it works super, super well because again, they know their competition. They know who their competition is, like who the competitor is down the street. And so if you can mention them and mention how you can beat them, it works super well. And honestly, a tip here is use this either in your first line for the personalization, or you can use this as a PS. It works super well in either or. And so really quickly before I move on to the next one, this is very powerful. And honestly, if you want this full document and guide for how to do all of this and step-by-step, the literal SOP on how to do this, along with the plug-and-play Clay table, where literally all you have to do is plug your Outscripper lead list into, or debounce lead list into this. I'm going to leave a link in the description to my school community, where I share all these templates, tricks, best cold email scripts, best subject lines, best cold email CTAs, workflows, whatever you want to call it, all inside of Cold Outreach Mastery. So if you want this entire template, go ahead, click the link in the description, I'll give it to you for free. So yeah, there's that. With that being said, we'll go on to the next thing, which is desirable lead, which again, for all you selling PPC, for all you selling SEO, for all you selling meta ads, small businesses do not give a fuck about Google ads, SEO, meta ads. They don't care. They've heard that term thousands of times. They care about stuff like foundation repair leads or roof replacement jobs or dental implant patients. That's what they care about. They don't care about how you're going to do it. They just care about they just care about getting it, right? So what you're going to do in this case is use AI to find that dream lead automatically and make it personal for every single company. This is so powerful. Again, same as competition, this is so powerful. So what you're going to do is visit the company name, and I have it right here, and pretty much pull a high ticket service they sell. So again, this is all in Clay, and if you want this entire guide, again, go join the school community, but pretty much visit the website of this company, give me an idea of their high ticket gig. This is of their high ticket gig or booking. It could be refinishing. Keep in mind, I also give it a little prompt that said these are physical therapy clinics, keep that in mind. But for you, it could be roofer, whatever it may be, replace this with whatever industry you're going after. And then this line right here, for the service itself, I want you to describe it how they describe it in their industry. Use their own vernacular, like how they speak inside of their industry, because we want to be able to speak like them. You don't want to, as a marketer, you don't want to say leads, right? I mean, you want to say leads, but you don't want to always say leads. You want to be, would you rather say patient bookings, or would you rather say leads when you're selling to a dental clinic? patient bookings will do better because it sounds like them, right? And it's the same thing for the entire list here. So once you have that literally personalized, and it looks like manual therapy, rehabilitation leads, pelvic floor leads. I don't even know what Tesla Max is. Tesla Max therapy leads, personal therapy leads, neuro rehab leads. Like it gets so personal to every single company, and it's so good. Shockwave therapy leads, dry needling leads, pelvic floor therapy. Like, bro, you would have never came up with pelvic floor therapy leads if you're going after physical therapy clinics, because you'd be like, what does that even mean? But it's so specific to every single company. And so once you have that, an easy line of what you can do. And again, if you're selling like, let's say this is a pay-per-click ads or SEO offer. Hey, Nate, if we could get you 30 to 60 desirable service leads, if we get you 30 to 60 manual therapy leads, or 30 to 60 shockwave therapy leads, or 30 to 60 pelvic floor therapy leads every month without paid ads, would you be interested? Don't say open a quick call. Would you be interested? Right? And then once you have this, what you want to do, and let me just fix this real quick. Once you have this, what you want to do is you want to combine both. This is one of our best performing scripts, and I'm just gonna give it to you for free. Take all the sauce. Hey, first name, competitor 1 and competitor 2 look like the top choices for physical or shockwave therapy in Austin. We help physical therapy clinics like you get 30 to 60 shockwave therapy leads every month without relying on referral ads. Don't want to pitch this. I don't know why the Notion thing is saying this. Would you be open to learning more? Right? Learning more. Something along those lines, right? And then PS, this will help you beat them this quarter, right? And the reason why this works is this is very short and it's to the point. And again, I have this in here, but I don't delete this. But this is very short and to the point. There's no links in here. There's no images, and you can just literally send this out to people, and it works super, super well. So take this script, and when you combine both the competition and the offer line, bro, it prints. Then the next thing is sending setup, right? So now that you have the leads, now that you have the scripts and you know what to say, you might be like, how the hell am I going to reach out to these people? You're going to use a tool called smartlead.ai, and what Smartlead lets you do is pretty much automate sending out literally unlimited number of email accounts or the number of email messages every single day. So what you want to do is you want to warm up the email accounts. You don't want to rotate domains. That's fine. That's for something more advanced. But you want to warm up the domains for 2 weeks. Once you have the email accounts in there, once you buy the email accounts, set it up, warm it up for 2 weeks, and then from there you want to send out like 15 to 25 emails every single day. You want to scale slowly, and then again, Smartly will let you warm it up. The ideal benchmarks that you want, and honestly, these are skewed. This would be opposite. So, ideal benchmarks that you do want, are these, right? Open rate, I actually think you shouldn't track, but ideally you want at least 55% if you do track. Don't track it, that's a lesson for another video, but don't track open rates. Reply rate, you want 1 to 4%. Positive reply rate, you want 10 to 20. And booked calls, you want ideally less, honestly, no, not 3,000 cents. That's too much. 1 per 1,500, bare minimum. Bare minimum. You should be booking more, but bare minimum, this is what you should want. Again, it really depends on your offer, depends on the niche. If you have case studies, landing page, website, all that. But these are the targets. Again, don't track open rates, reply rates, positive reply rates are good, and then bare minimum, that's how you should get, right? So, quick tip as well: track the campaign by the niche. So separate by the niche. If you're just starting out and you're like, I want to go after home service companies, but you don't know what's your exact niche yet, separate it by roofers, by plumbers, by HVAC, and have different campaigns so that you know which one works the best, right? So quick summary for you: you want to build search terms for your ICP. You want to scrape the leads using OutScraper, verify with debounce, filter with AI so they don't reach out to unqualified prospects using Clay, enrich the competition and the desirable lead. Even if you're not selling a lead gen, I really urge you to do this, because I remember I have a student in my coaching program, and what we're pitching is pretty much he has an AI automation agent that will help people recover leads. And so instead of just saying we'll help you recover leads, we're saying to dental clinics, we'll help you recover more dental implant leads. That's worth a lot. Rather than just saying leads, dental implant lead could be worth a fuck ton to a dental clinic. And so doing stuff like that works super well. You're going to personalize short cold emails, send using Smart Lead, pitch a phone call first. Again, run a 2-call close, and this will work a lot better for you. And then close deals with a 2-call close process. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that is how I scrape qualified leads with Google Maps. Hope you found that valuable. And if you are interested in this whole template, I highly, highly urge you to join my school community. Again, I share tips and tricks like these all the time, and you'll be able to find a bunch of value there if you really like this one. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.